Max, Brian, thanks very much for joining us. You've just announced a partnership here at MIPIM. There's obviously been a big focus on sustainability, ESG, impact those areas, and particularly one of the challenges is around measurement, I guess. So I guess what are you seeing as challenges and what are you hoping to do with this partnership?
This partnership we're hoping to work together on about design for performance, and that's, as you said, is about the measurements, understanding how the building is operating, and there's lots of data sets we need to achieve that. One of them is the building systems data, which is the engineer, and then we have the software engineer, is the human experience side of things, and they will capture the data of the users and the occupancy data. And it's combining those set of data and these skill sets that will allow us to optimize the building, enhance the experiences. But again, towards sustainability, it is driving down the operation, the energy in the building based on the actual occupancy needs of the users.
It's important to say that it's about combining the real-time data, historic data, and even putting some predictive algorithms that would tell, okay, how do we actually get to those goals, right?
Yeah.
How do we start? What information is available and which many data sources can be collected and viewed and sliced in order to provide that better insights turned into the right decisions.
So will you be therefore benchmarking data and then adjusting that live? How does that work in practice?
There's real-time aspects to this. From the data gathering side of it, the users will come in, the building will know how many users are in the building, where they are, and it will adjust itself in real time. But then the predictive side of it will come in over historical data, how the building has performed, so it will be able to predict. So it's a combination of constantly optimizing performance of the building.
Yeah, think about an office building. Right now, throughout the pandemic, the lines have been really blurred. The shift to hybrid work from anywhere has happened. So people are no longer, are staying at one specific place, one specific fixed desk. They're moving around. They're moving around within an office building, across the office buildings, homes, co-working centers, etc. And what we are doing, we are providing insights. What is actually happening? And are there meeting rooms being utilized to the right degree? Do we need to add more because the offices are transforming to be more of a collaboration and innovation spaces? And how do we act on it in real time? Can we save energy by shutting down, a HVAC system in a specific zone or in a specific meeting room while it's not occupied?
So there's lots of real clever ways that we can train the building to understand the personality. Each building has its own personality, as Max alluded to there. There's lots of factors, guys. We could talk all day about all of the variables that come into play, but overall, if we can get this data, the building can understand what's happening and adjust itself accordingly and support the users, as we talked about, booking a meeting room, booking a car place, where find my co-worker, and all that wonderful aspects that will help the hybrid working and the modern working going forward.
And how to make it for the end users to be attracted to actually come back. Because what we are hearing, throughout the MIPIM right now, many companies, enterprises are questioning, do we actually need to return, our people to work? To what degree? Right now, it has to be driven by data. You have to create a dynamic, organization, and the way how you use any type of space has to be dynamic. You should be able to react quickly, transform, while ensuring that users feel safe, they feel productive at their workplaces, and they, see it as a way how they could benefit, and contribute to their organizations.
And based on that data, from an engineering perspective, we will understand how to design better. We're becoming more data-driven engineering process. We'll get this data, we'll understand if our systems are working correctly. And if they're not, why not? And then we'll be able to correct. And as organizations get this data in, some of the problem we just discussed earlier on was understanding the data. Sometimes you can gather all the data in the world, but you need a domain expert to understand what does that data telling you? Why is certain things happening? So we're bringing that knowledge base to the data collection area, and therefore between us we understand what the data means, and then we can advise our clients.
Before, the data used to be passive, right? With this, we are helping to activate the data, to turn into insights, while also giving the mobile application, the user experience, the seamless journey or return to work for the employees with the application, but also Based on those data and insights, you can turn it into an interactive building. When you start to integrate with existing systems, such as BMS, access management systems, lockers, parcels, deliveries, elevator, whatever you call it. So it becomes really, an activated, alive building, both from the perspectives of the end user who needs to, to really be attracted to it, and also from the perspectives of efficiency and performance for property managers and owners.
Really interesting to see how innovation is beginning to drive this sector forward. Really interesting to catch up. Thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you so much.